really, really nice to meet you two today. How are you doing today?
Oh, really good. Chilling a bit after yeah, coming down after a long tour in America. So still getting rid of the jet lag, but yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And we
saw,
also
I
just
saw.
we also
Yeah,
just returned from a video shooting some days ago. So yeah, it's constantly work to do.
yeah, I know that you've been quite busy lately in that tour in the US. And you played also in really Mexico and Brazil.
Mhm.
So um, and well, not too long after this talk, you have quite a few nice festival appearances lined up. Um, Ending it with what I believe is somewhat the cherry on top. You play at the Midgardsblad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of assuming that at least that one for US as the band is kind of quite a highlight.
Yeah, totally. Really looking forward. Also to the Mera Luna Festival. We're playing the weekend before. It's going to be a nice experience, I imagine.
Yeah. Mera Luna also will be one of the biggest shows this year. Put a lot of people there and very good slot to play just before Heilong. And yeah, really looking much forward to this.
Sounds like a great summer. Um, but well, we're here mostly to like have a bit of a talk about your upcoming album, Hex. Quite some of the tracks were released already, like even like several years before. Um, so it's
Yeah.
been like quite the road to get to the release of this album, it seems.
Mhm.
Yeah, the thing was, so we just had like the Pagan released, and then we already had some urge from our label and management or whatever. Like, yeah, we just have to keep on going because it's kind of how it goes like nowadays. But luckily, we always have a lot of ideas, so we already came up with some songs. But in that moment, it was not entirely clear to us what the album was going to be. But it's interesting because sometimes it's a bit like magic. Like you start an idea, not really knowing where it's going to lead you, and then suddenly you stand in front of the finished project, and it all makes sense actually.
Everything
Like
fits, yeah.
now the album is finished, and all these songs are in this album, also Umai and Blood, and now it's like wow, like every song fits perfectly to the theme of the album. It's like we actually were knowing what we were doing, but we were actually not really knowing what we were doing. So it was a bit like that, yeah.
Sounds like it somewhat was meant to be how the
Yeah.
album came together now.
Mhm.
Um, well, the album is called Hex, which well you could say is derived from the German Hexe, which means witch basically. I saw a
It's
recent video.
actually it's
Yeah.
also an English word to hex. We figured
Mhm.
out
Yeah, yeah.
it's a verb to hex. You can say that, yeah.
It's like to like cast a spell on somebody.
Mhm.
That's the main meaning of the album for us too. Like
Mhm.
not just a witch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and quite often, sadly, like the word verb hex is kind of quite often used in a kind of negative way of like putting kind of like a bad spell on someone.
Mm.
um, which kind of relates a little bit to the video I saw recently, where Oliver was saying that a big part of the album is kind of reclaiming that like image and such of witches and kind of female magic and stuff like that into putting it in a more like positive spotlight. Um, I was
Absolutely.
I was kind of wondering like is that like for you to also like the main like meaning behind it, or what does like Hex or the album kind of mean for you personally?
Yeah, for me it's like it's about female strength as well. You know, like if you look at the past, women were always very quickly claimed to be bad. Like if you, like even starting at the Bible, you know, it's always a female being the bad person in a way, and later was the witches, even though they were just healers. Like they knew how to create healing like healing methods with herbs and all stuff like that. But they were claimed as evil. And yeah, for me, it's a very deep subject because I mean, nowadays things are getting easier, you know, like people are getting more aware, but still so many people are still not aware. And as a female, you still get a feeling that you have to fight more to stand at the same point as a regular man, you know. And yeah, so I find it very much to the point to bring an album out in this matter theme. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Ollie said it in really nice words on the concerts we played on tour. He said, "Still, the little children are afraid of the evil witch in the fairy tales instead of the crazy persons who burned that witch." And this is the thing we want to turn around also with this.
The evil man, the evil politicians.
Yeah, it's actually it's sad, but it's men that are afraid of female empowerment. That's the whole thing about it, and yeah, that's also a point we want to make aware of.
Yeah, I had actually like noted down that that in a sense your album has kind of like this almost kind of quiet social and political like message in it, with that like female empowerment and putting things in a better perspective, which I thought was just very interesting to see. Like it's not out there political or anything, but like it's still very present and well, very fitting with the present, sadly.
Yeah, sadly. Mm-hmm.
I was also kind of wondering, like, is there on this album, like I know that Ollie has like worked on like most of the research and such to work out like the lyrics and so on. But I was kind of wondering if there was any like song or kind of inspiration for a certain song that kind of really connected with you personally.
On this album, I mean, for me, the song, I really like the song Nimue in terms of the lyrics. It's because it's a very beautiful story with a very deep meaning. It's a song that's not out now yet, but it's coming out like in the next couple of days, actually, or like in a week or two. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, there it's about Nimue, who was like with Merlin. He was like the how to say the big. I don't find the words right now. Magician teacher, yeah, and she was learning from him like how to do magic, but then she got so powerful that she like put him into a cage. But he would have been powerful enough to stop her, but he didn't because he loved her, and it has a very interesting twist, that story, which I really find touching. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have actually two songs that I'm really connected with. The first is the last single we put out. It's Lament, because it's a very, very emotional and deep song for me. Just because of the connection to a dear member of our group that passed away some years ago, our technician Jürgen. We dedicated the song to him, and the lyrics. It's an old folk song from England. So, but we changed the lyrics a bit. We added something to it, and it suddenly fitted so well as a farewell song to Jürgen. And every time I see the video and hear the song, and I worked a lot on the musical theme of the song, like the chord progressions and the tunes that come. And every time I hear it, I get goosebumps. So this is the first one. The second one is this song I wrote. It's not published yet. It comes with the album. It's called Zauberin, which means sorceress. This is a very personal song because I went through some strange times in my personal life, and this song symbolizes the power of in good and in bad way of a sorceress, because one word can change your whole life, and that's what it's about.
Yeah, like noting on lament. I was recently listening to your album in the car, and it really clearly really brings across the kind of emotions, because my wife was immediately commenting, "Oh, that sounds like such a sad song." Says it somehow really touches without even knowing the like backstory or anything. So now, besides like if you go back even further in language, I believe an old German word for kind of like witch was Hagazusa, if I say it right. Which is basically like I believe a hedge sitter, one who walks between worlds. That kind of made me think. Do you feel like the music you write and the art you create? Do you feel like it kind of opens these kind of portals to these ancient in betweens, or do you feel like it's more offering kind of a bridge for modern listeners to kind of connect with their like ancestors or heritage?
I think it's both, because what I like in music is that every person can have their own like interpretation, and because music is always personal, music is always emotional, and so it can mean anything to anyone. It can mean something very personal and basic. It can mean something very like magical and deep. It can open new doors, or it can just inspire people to be more open-minded to the unknown. It just really depends what the people actually need who are listening. Yeah.
I feel like personally, I feel like bands like you like have brought me into the kind of connecting with my heritage and like my ancestors and like the older beliefs, connecting with nature and so on. It basically started with for me started with Faun and well, in the very beginning with Omnia. That really brought me to like this place basically. So kind of thanks for that. Then the music itself, on every single album and almost every single song, you bring a lot of elements of like different cultures and even different music genres than the kind of stamp of pagan folk that was put on your music. For this album, were there any kind of like new or like surprising elements or like instruments or techniques that you introduced that kind of like left an impression on you, or that you're kind of really happy about, like how it like sounds and such?
Yeah, sure. For example, on the single we release with the album on September the 5th, that's called Belladonna, and the core idea musically for that song was actually a Latin American rhythm. So there's this element called cumbia. It's a really like a shaker, but it's a bit off. So it's like how do you say? If you stumble by walking and stumble, it's a very common rhythm in Latin America, and we thought it would be cool to use that rhythm and to add some other elements to it, some like dark electronics and a darker kind of folk music. And then Belladonna came into being, and that's, I think, the best example for us combining lots of different worlds, because we now have this cumbia rhythm. We
have an Irish trad.
Added an Irish trad as the song to it. We have Neil, our electronic guy. He added like reggae and dubstep elements to it, and on the final high of the song, even some e-guitars kick in. So it's it's the best example of us doing world fusion, I would say.
Yeah, I always like really enjoy how you manage to like make those infusion like fuse the kind of electronic elements and so on in there without like stepping away from like what your core sound is. So I'm
But
always
the
kind
thing
of
is, in the end, it always sounds like Faun. That's the
yeah.
funny thing. We all have different musical backgrounds coming from different traditions, and we put everything together. In the end, it's a Faun song. That's the magic about it somehow.
Mhm. Now you're gonna release your album in beginning of September. You've already
September.
announced September 5th. Yeah. You already announced like a bunch of Europe dates to basically bring Hex all around to people live. It was only like I think it was Germany, France, I think Belgium, a couple of days in Poland, I think.
Mhm.
Are there any like places that you would have loved or would love to like bring Hex as well?
But where we're not playing, you mean?
Yeah, where you're not playing, yeah.
Well, I mean, we'd love to play everywhere. I mean, it's a shame we're not in Spain this time. I always love playing in Spain. And you know, north, like Norway, Finland, and it's yeah.
Yeah. We never played in Asia though, so I really would love to play in Japan or something like that. That would be cool. But we had some offers some days ago, but it was around the Corona time, so we couldn't do it. And I hope we get the chance again to go over there someday.
Yeah, I can imagine it would be a quite a special adventure to go there. I heard you mentioned Finland. I'm hoping you get to come to Finland sometime soon again. It's been quite a while that you've been here.
Yeah.
I also was kind of wondering like if you could perform kind of Hex in a somewhat like non-traditional venue to really like give the album like the perfect like place to shine. Where would you love to like play the album?
Like Red Rocks.
Oh yeah, like a huge amphitheater.
Yeah.
Theater maybe.
Or like a cave, you know, somewhere a huge cave. So many ideas. But often it's a bit difficult, you know, because all the techniques and everything has to work. You have all the people, you need security, blah blah. So sadly, it's not that easy in a certain size. Yeah.
I believe in Germany. There's like this cave that gets used every year for like a metal festival that looks amazing from the images that I saw.
Yeah, that's where I'm saying.
Yeah, and we already played in Germany, middle Germany, in a cave some years ago. It was crazy. It was like half a kilometer under earth, and it took us 2 hours to get there, driving with those cave cars around, and then 1,000 people fitted in. It was really an amazing show. And you couldn't stay for too long because the air is so salty that if you stay too long, your strings on the instrument will rust.
Yeah, sounds like
That was cool.
Yeah, an amazing place to play. We have like about 5 minutes left, it seems. Kind of like thinking I've been asking this like like to other bands too sometimes like if you could like describe your music or then specifically this Hex album, if you could describe it in like a single like image or scene, what would it be in your mind?
Hex, drugs and Rituals.
Very good. Hex, drugs, and rituals. It's really a very psychedelic album. So
it's gonna be special, yeah.
Yeah, since I feel like the art that comes now on the with the album on the album cover kind of really fits the album well, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's the perfect cover. I'm so proud that we got this this artwork from a really great painter. So yeah, it's also good for posters and everything. It's really an eye catcher, and I love it. The style.
Yeah, I love how many elements of basically witchcraft and stuff are like put in there in like a very hasty way, so to say.
Wait for the new video of Belladonna. Then we put this art into a video.
All right, well, something to be looking forward to then. All right, I guess I'm gonna like round this up before our time runs out. Is there like anything at all that you would love to like say still to whoever ends up checking this interview out?
Well, just yeah, to everyone, get that album because it's gonna be it's a really special album. Report no, but really like it's really special. I really feel this album. It's gonna make, I don't know.
I also feel that it's one of the best works we did so far.
Yeah.
It's really around everything. I can hear it. So we worked for 2 years on the album, but still I can hear it from the beginning to the end and still love it to hear it. It's really seldom after that long process.
Yeah.
So we hope people will enjoy it, and yeah, just get the album, come to our tour, and see our magic.
I'm looking forward to hopefully catch you live sometime again soon. Lots and lots of luck with the album and upcoming shows. Hopefully a lot of people do pick up on it, because I also believe that it's like you stepped it up to a whole new level, in my opinion. I've really been enjoying what you've released of like singles videos, and I listened to the whole album. I got to listen to the whole album already, so
lucky you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with you that it's something special. So hopefully a lot of people connect with it as well. So yeah, with this, thanks for the talk. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
Yeah. Have a great day still there.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. And cute cat, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.